week on Industrial Love, we've got two different contestants from different social classes trying to see if they can make things work.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name. I said, baby, I do this. I thought that you knew this. Can't stand no haters and honest. The truth is, and my flow retarded. HBD departed. You light up my world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed. But when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. If only you saw what I can see, you'll understand why I want you so desperately. Right now I'm looking at you and I can't believe you don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you.
Hello, my name is Humphrey Benjamin Brackets Bucket Banks, beginning of Bethlehem the 5th. My favorite color? Green. I love it because it reminds me of my wealth and power and greed. I am from the upper class because I'm a country gentleman. The new money, it's alright. I like, I could marry into it. I personally am old money, but new money gives me opportunities for business opportunities. It gives me social status, which I like, and new opportunities.
Oh, sorry, we're rolling. Oh, who am I? My name is Victoria. I honestly don't really know what my last name is because no one's really told me.
I'm from the top 5 of the population, so we don't really have to pay too much tax. I can keep my money status because I don't have to give it away, while the lower classes, they pay most of the taxes. So I'm up high, flying down low, bad and bougie.
What class am I? I think it's pretty obvious by these wrists, but I happen to be in the lowest of the low class, and I happen to be a prostitute. Very successful one, might I add.
The city I live in, it's great, I love it. I got my penthouse, I got my exotic animal, his name's Brandy, he's a tiger. Yeah, I don't have to do my own dishes, I got the maid, she's very helpful, and I love my man up top. Wouldn't know what to do without him. Our Lord and Savior.
My favourite colour? I really enjoy yellow. It reminds me of a time when I used to be able to see the sun. Now you just don't, at all.
I don't really walk because I have my carriage with my horses that gallop clop, 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 me around the city, and it's great. We usually splash the yucky lower class people, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I love my life. Some would say that our city's kind of dirty, but I believe it would be from a lot of population. The roads are crowded, and there's no sewage system, which might be a problem for many. There's soot, a lot of soot in the air. It's black. Not good.
The city that we live in, oh my gosh, the city that we live in is London in 1852. It happens to be the most disgusting, most brutal place you could ever live. The streets are filled with sewage, there's the smell of just soot everywhere, there's no way that you can get away from it. It's truly just quite brutal. I'm not a fan at all that we live here. My house, you just saw it, it's disgusting. I live there with around 13 other girls just like me, all having men over, and it's absolutely disgusting. I hate my working conditions, and the city that we live in is so gross, but I don't have enough money to leave it. I'm sorry, I just need to...
I don't really have to worry about it, but I've heard rumors that perhaps 200 different citizens have to share the same facilities for relieving their bodily fluids. and turns into a donghouse, kind of yucky, walking through manure. Don't like to think about it. I live in the beautiful time and age of 1852. Who do I know? My boy Edwin Chadwick, mate. Yeah, he's great for us. I believe he's working on this new project with me, working on getting everybody some sewage systems so that we don't have to worry about the disgusting filth that everybody's trudging through. Yeah, he believes disease is a problem. Disease is passed through, ingesting stuff like water, or maybe it gets on food and then you're eating food which has the diseases on it. I don't know too much about it right now. Not gonna lie, that's more of an Edward Chadwick question. But I could send him a letter on a pigeon, or carry a pigeon and land on his ceiling. He gets the message. He'll send one back. I can give you the answer. I can do that because I'm rich. Very rich. Yeah, Edwin said something about sanitary laws, perhaps, and the government is helping to improve the lower class stuff. It's all very interesting.
My city is so yucky because at the moment we don't really have any proper plumbing or proper sewer systems, so everything just kind of spills out into the streets. However, I did hear that some man and some other man named Edwin Chadwick are working together to create new plumbing and kind of ensure some building codes so that we don't all have to share a room with like 13 other people or even 200 sharing one toilet, because that's disgusting.
What room am I staying in? It's my room, number 5. Look, this is my other pet. Look at this, up boy. Up. I haven't trained him very well yet, but we're working on it. Oh, it's a puppy.
Do you want
And a puppy. My role in marriage, I believe that I'm the bread getter, Gotta go get that bread and provide for my family. Some scientific developments that happened. The environmental board, they believe government with the environmental board, they decided that first public health laws would become official and that everybody gets running sewer and clean water to drink. There's some modern sanitary systems. Those are terrific, great. I love them. Hobbies, I love them. I ride my horse, gallop, gallop, gallop. I like playing my trumpet. I love looking at paintings, symbolism, what they say, a picture can describe 1,000 words.
I don't know anyone important, unless the people that that happen to pay me for my services are rather important, but they typically don't like to share their names with me, as most of them have wives and don't want to be associated with this. That's okay, I love my job.
I'm a conservative. Lots of guys that are in the parliament buildings, they're conservative. They help out my upper class and my taxes. They don't give me any of those, which are great. As a conservative, I love everything that's around me. I love church. I hate change. I don't want anything to threaten my status because I love my status. Tradition, I love tradition. Every weekend, me and the boys, Saturdays are for the boys. Universities are great. I believe they're just starting to get rolling on the river. That's filled with trudge because we live in the 1850s and it's very dirty. Yeah, so universities are cool. I went to university, but I believe there's chatter of new programs coming around that are very fancy and exotic. I went to university, have a diploma.
University? What's a university? If only I could be educated, but I never went to school, that's fine. I actually worked in the coal mines as a young child, and then look at me now. Got a bit of a bald spot on the back of my head too.
Yes, realism. How does it affect me? Well, I believe back a little while ago we had a romanticism, which it's all right, but realism gets down to what's real, you know, scientific. It's not made up. It's real, concrete. It builds our society. It's great. I love it. It affects me in the ways that it needs to affect me. It reflects what's actually happening in our society around us.
How does realism affect my life? I'd say realism affect my life because it really just paints a picture of my everyday. The struggles that we endure and kind of witnessing the children go off to work in these new paintings. It used to be all about romanticism and saying that children had a childhood, but we all know that's absurd. Children are put to work, even if there are labour laws around it. It's not like anyone checks up on them.
Cat or dog person? It's a tricky one. As you can see, I have my cat, Meow, but my dog came in. So you know, I love them both. You know what they say, man's best friend is a dog, but who doesn't love a little kitty, a little meow meow, you know? Gotta love me some meow meow.
Am I a cat person or a dog person? Why is this important? I can't afford a pet.
What made me want to come on Industrial Love? I've been having a couple problems with the ladies, you know? But I hope that this TV show will show the true me and help me find love. I'm quite smart. I got a lot of money. So, honeys, hit me up. I'm rich. I'm about everything you'd want in a soulmate.
How do I stand out from the competition? I've got all my teeth, and they happen to be quite straight if I do add. I'm really lucky in this gene pool. I also have all my hair, minus that little bud spot, but you can't really tell when I do it up. Yeah, I'm willing to be loyal. Haven't really been on my life, but like, willing to be loyal at this point. Yeah, that's me. I've got amazing wrists. I mean, they're pretty darn amazing if you ask me.
What am I looking for in a partner? Great personality. Teeth aren't particularly the best here in London, so I love a girl with straight teeth, you know. How do I stand up above the competition? Well, that's a tricky one to answer. Well, 6'3", so around this time, pretty tall.
My life in this city is just work, work, work. I couldn't say that I necessarily have any hobbies because my hobbies include to work. My role in marriage, I know that women also, I've never been married, but I know that women are supposed to be the ones in the home teaching the little girls how to cook and how to clean and how to just be a homely woman and maintain like a level of peace in the household as the men typically go out to get the bread, get the money. What are some important scientific developments? I did hear that it's not the air that makes you sick, it happens to be the things that we eat. And given the fact that my entire floorboards are covered in rat feces and other just disgusting substances, that is what the reason why I have all these diseases. It's not the air that I thought it was, it's the physical things that I'm touching and eating. What room am I staying in? Oh, room number 10. I'm always in room number 10. What politics do I follow? Honestly, I see the need for some change. I believe I'm more of a socialist or liberalist. I'm just really looking for everyone to get along and kind of even things out because, geez, the amount of taxes that I have to pay is ridiculous. No wonder I can't maintain an income because all of it I'm paying away and just the rich people don't have to pay. That's stupid. What am I looking for in a partner? Someone to take care of me. I've been working my entire life. I'd really like to spend some time with someone to help me out a little bit because I'm struggling. I like to consider myself an entrepreneur actually because I'm making my own money from my own business. However, I would like to mention that there's some guy named Mr. Dr. Action who happens to be really concerned about these new things called STDs and STIs, and he said that's really threatening for the entire prostitution population. Apparently they're like harmful or something and could like harm our businesses, which is how I make my money. There's these new scary things called lock hospitals, and there are places There are places where they keep people with these so-called STDs and STIs until they no longer show any symptoms. It's kind of like jail, really. It prevents you from making any money, and they keep you in this little box, and there's nothing you can really do. It's dreadful. I really don't want to go there. My main clients, they're typically soldiers, big boy, you know. Yeah, typically soldiers or lower class men, except occasionally I do find a struggling aristocrat and I happen to support them where they need support. I don't approve of churches. Waiting till marriage? Me and my buddy Charles Zeal, well, he's not actually my buddy, I just happened to work with him a couple times, if you know what I mean. But he actually goes against the Bible, which I agree with. I know it's quite a new trend, but the Bible doesn't agree with my line of work, and I have to make my money somehow. He also is suggesting that like geological processes, God, I sound like I went to university, happen not because of God, but because of the Earth's shifting and moving around, which I find is rather interesting and such a new concept. To think that God isn't shaking the earth and causing earthquakes, that's quite different, honestly. My gender roles in society, well, I can't even be out in public without a man. How do you think I'm able to get clients? No boy's gonna approach you when you're with another guy. So it's really difficult because I'm seen as even more of a problem in society when I don't have a man around my arm.
Lower class, honestly, if she's the right one for me, I will make her my class, and she can throw away the prostitution and just be what I need in love.
If this doesn't work out between me and the mystery man, boys, don't do that. Carry your pigeon. I'll hear that sound and know you're coming.
So now that you've heard about the other contestant, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I think that she might be a little lower class than I'm used to, but I think she sounds like the right girl for me, and we could make it work.
What are you thinking?
Honestly, given the fact that I haven't seen him yet, but he is from the upper class, I'm definitely interested.
Okay, contestants, on the count of 3, remove your hands. 1, 2, 3.
She's beautiful.
He's handsome!
Shy.
I know, I like to play on the edge. I think this is gonna work.
3 months later, how's it been going?
Wonderful. Yeah, it's been wonderful. I'm no longer a prostitute. I attended the university and
I've really fixed up.
yes, I am not worried about Dr. Action's STDs anymore because I don't have to be put in the lockhouse.
Yes, honey, spin a place. We'll go there this summer. Point.
Canada.
North America is the next place for us.
It is.
Thank you, Industrial Love, for having us. You've made us a great couple.
Thank you.